Very good morning to everyone. This is Dr. Ramya Tyagarajan, Associate Professor, Department of Business Administration, Faculty of Arts and Science, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai, 73. Course code U18NC BA 501. Course name is Logistic and Supply Chain Management. Topic we are going to see today is Introduction to the Logistic Management. Let's see the syllabus. Syllabus. We are going to see today syllabus is logistic management. We are going to the logistic management. We have to see the elements, achievements of competitive advantages through the logistic source of the competitive advantages, marketing and the logistic interface, work of logistics, integrated logistics, operational objectives, barriers to the integration, logistical performance cycles. We are going through all this syllabus today. First, we are going to see what is logistic. Logistic is a process of planning, implementing, and controlling the efficient, effective flows of goods, storage of goods, service, and related information from the point of origin to the point of consumption for the purpose confirming the customer's requirement. Okay, this is means, for example, okay, the logistic is always concerned with the products and the service where we are needed, where we need, what is our desire, all these things. In the modern society, most of the customers that take excellent logistic service from a company as granted to tend to notice the logistic only where there is a problem. For example, non-availability of a goods and service which they need very badly. When they visit a retail store, they accept the goods to be in a good condition. For example, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh meats, and like. Okay, it is very difficult to visualize the accomplish any manufacturing or a marketing activity efficiently and effectively without any logistic support. Logistic is a broad, far reaching functions through a great impact on the standard of the living of a modern society. Okay. The logistic also exists to satisfy the customer's requirement by facilitating the relevant manufacturing and marketing operations. The main responsibility of the logistic is the geographical positioning of a raw material, work in progress, finish the inventory in the lowest possible cost. Definition. According to the American Council of Logistic Management, defines the logistic as a process of planning. First of all, we have to plan. Okay, planning, implementing, and controlling the efficient, cost-effective flow and the storage of the raw material in process, inventories, finished goods. Okay, and related information from the point of origin to the point of consumption for the purpose of confirming the customer's requirement. Okay, the logistic management, okay, includes the design and the administration of the system to control the flow of material, work in progress, finished inventories, all these things supports the unit of the business strategy. The American Council also defines it is a process of planning. First we have to plan, then we have to implement, then we have to control the efficiency. Afterwards, we have to see the cost effective, the flow of storage of the raw materials, the process of the inventories, and the finished goods. At last, we get the finished goods. From us, the finished goods, that is finished product goods, from the point of origin to the consumption for the customers. Okay. Here we can also see, according to the Philip Kotler, the planning, implementing, and controlling the physical flow of the material and the finished goods needs to use the meet of the customer's needs at the profit. Okay. And next, we also can see about say that according to the Donald Browser's son, logistic is a concern with the getting product and a service where they need and they are when they are desire. Okay, when there is a need, there is a desire. Okay, according to the Donald Browse. Now we are going to see the scope of logistics. What is the scope of logistics? Okay, first is a value adding process. Second one is a penetrating a new increase market shares and profit. Reserve logistics channels are important for the firm. The globalization and the internationalization of our industries depend upon the logistic performance and cost. These all are the scope of logistics. Value adding process. What is the value adding process? It creates the value for the customers and the suppliers of the firm and the value of the firm stakeholders. The value in the logistic express the terms of time and place. The product and the service attain the value only when there are area of the possession, customers, when and where they wish to consume them. Okay, they in this we can see the product and the service attain to the value customers attain to the value only where the area is possession of the customers when and where they wish to consume them. Okay, that is a value adding process. Next is penetrating a new increase market shares and profit. It is an important firm to differentiate their products of offering from those of the competitors. It affects the significant portion of the firm cost. Okay, what it's differentiate the product offering to the those competitors. Okay, and it also significant the portion of the firm cost. And now we are going to see the reserve logistic channels are important for the firm. It's thought that the managing of the flow of the product from the point of the raw material, acquisition to the end of the consumers or the customers. Okay, the life of the product does not end. In this case, what this means, the life of the product does not end with any delivery to the customers. For many firms, there is a reserve logistics also. Okay, 11 channels that must manage as well. The reserve logistic channels comes into play when the customers returns their product and packaging material to the sellers. When it reserves the logistic, it comes into a play when the customers, when we are the customers, when we return the product, packaging material to the sellers. The last is a globalization and the internationalization of the industries depends upon the logistic performance and cost. The logistic takes an increased importance with the firm as its transportation cost become a larger part of their total cost structure. Companies take more of the global view of their operation. India has emerged as one of the major offshoring and outsourcing destination. Outsourcing added value, but it requires a careful management of logistics, cost and product flow time in a supply chain. Okay, in this we can see the transportation cost where it becomes a large part of the total cost structure. Okay, it also shows about the outsourcing destination, added values, requirements. What are the careful requirements we need for the management, for the logistic cost, for the product flow in the supply chain. Now we are going to see the objectives of the logistics. What are the objectives? There are 5 objectives we are going through. First is reduction of an inventory, economic of freight, reliability and the consistency in the deliver performance, minimum damage to product, quicker and the fast response. Okay, the reduction of the inventory. This inventory is one of the key factor which affect the profit of an enterprises to get a great extent. Okay. In the traditional system, the firm has to carry a lot of inventory for satisfying their customers to ensure what is excellent customer services, to ensure what is an excellent service customer is. But when fund is blocked in the inventory, they cannot use for other requirements. When they cannot use the requirements, when the fund is blocked in the inventories. Okay, this cost will drain the entire enterprise profit. Okay, this cost will drain the entire enterprise's profit. Logistic also helps the profits. It maintains the inventory at the lowest level, and the lowest level where the achieving the customer goal. This can be done through the small frequent supplies. This is what the reduction of the inventory is. Now, second point, that is economic of freight. The freight is a major source of economic. Okay, it is a major source of the cost in the logistics. This can reduce following measures like selecting the proper mode of transport, consolidation of freight, route planning, long distance shipments, etc. Okay. Next is a reliability and a consistency in the deliver performance. This material required customers most of the deliver on time, not ahead of scheduled or behind the schedule. Proper planning of transportation modes with available inventories will ensure this. The reliability and the consistency means we not ahead to scheduled or behind the schedule, but proper planning of transportation modes with the available inventories will ensure this all. Next, we are going to see the minimum damage to the product. Sometimes the product may be damaged due to the improper of packaging, packaging frequently, handling of consignment, not proper of handling consignment. This damage adds to the logistic cost. This proper use, logistic packaging, mechanized material handling equipments will reduce the damage. The last we are going to see, that is quicker and the fast response. Quicker and the fast response. In that, we also extend, we can see that the capacity of extended service to the customer is a shortest time frame. Is a shortest time frame. By utilizing the latest technologies, in processing the information and communication will improve their decision making. What they are saying? They are saying that the utilization of the technology, the utilization of the latest technology, process the information and the communication will improve the decision making. And this enables the enterprises to flexible enough to the firm can fulfill the customer requirements. It is a short possibility time frame. Okay, this all are the objectives of logistics. Once again, we recall it. The objectives of the logistics are reduction of the inventories, economic of the freight, reliability and the consistency in deliver performance, minimum damage to the product, quicker and the fast response. Now we are going to see the types of logistics. What are the types of logistics we are going to see? They are the business logistics, military logistics, event logistics, service logistics, and the logistic management itself. What is business logistics? It is a part of supply chain. Business logistics is a part of supply chain process that plans, implements, and controls the efficient flow and the storage of goods and service from the point of origin to the point of user or a consumption. Okay. Next, the military logistics. This logistics design the integration of all the aspects that supports for the operational capability. Okay, that supports for all the operational capabilities of the military forces and their equipments. Military forces and their equipments to ensure the readiness, reliability, and the efficiency. To ensure the readiness, reliability, and the efficiency. That is a military logistics. Okay. Next, we are going to see the event logistics. Event logistics, the network of activities. What event logistics means? The network of activities, facilitates, and personnel required to organize the schedule and deploy the resource of an event to take place. Okay. The next is the service logistics, the acquisition scheduling. Okay. The acquisition scheduling and the management of the facilitate personal and a material to support and sustain the service operation or a business. Support or sustain. Okay. It supports and always also sustain the service of the operation of for a business. Okay. The last we are going to see, that is logistic management. It is always, as we say in before, the first slide, the logistic management is a process of planning, executing, controlling efficiency, effective flow of materials for storage of goods, service related to the information from the point of origin to the point of purpose, to the consumption, point of consumption, for the purpose of confirming the customer requirement. Okay, to confirming the customer requirement. These are the types of logistics. Once again, I repeat, the types of logistics is business logistics, military logistics, event logistics, service logistics, and the logistics management. Now, we are going to see the functions of logistics. Now, we are going to see the functions of logistics. What this functions means? It concentrate on performing activities. Okay, the function of the logistics means it concentrate on the performing activities like acquisition, storage, circulation, maintenance, retrieval of the materials also, and the equipments. Okay, all these are the functions of the logistics. What are the functions we undergo? The functions of the logistics are order processing, inventory planning, warehousing, and transportation. Once again, I repeat, order processing, inventory planning, warehousing, and transportation. The order processing, the processing of an order received from the customer in an activity which is very important and also consume a lot of time and a paperwork. It involves the steps like checking the order for the deviation in the agree and the negotiated terms, price, payment, delivery, checking if the material is available in the stock or not, producing, scheduling the materials for the shortage, and also giving the acknowledgement to the owners by indicating many deviations. Okay. What is second? That is second one is inventory planning. What is inventory planning? In this, we can say it can help an organization to maintain the optimal level. Okay, it helps an organization to maintaining an optimal level of inventory, which also helps in satisfying the customer needs. Activities like inventory forecasting, engineering, the order of quantity, optimizing the level of service, proper deployment of the inventory, this all involved in this process. Okay, the inventory planning this all are involved in the inventory planning process. What all? Once again, I repeat, that is forecasting, engineering, order quantity, optimizing the level of service, proper deployment of inventory, etc. Okay. Next, we are going to see a warehousing. Warehousing. This serves as a place where the finished goods are stored. Okay. If for an example, if I'm I have an organization, I'm producing some product. Okay, I'm taking the raw material. I'm taking the raw material. In the process, all these things go, and lastly, we get the finished goods. What I will make, or what I will do, I will collect all the finished goods what I have prepared, and I will kept in the warehouse. Okay, I will store it in the warehouse. That is warehousing, where the place the finished goods are stored before they sold to the customers finally. Okay, the major cost center and the improper warehouse management always will create a host of problems. Okay, it will create the host of problems. Packaging, critical elements in the physical distribution of the products, which influence the efficiency of the logistic systems. Okay, the next we are going to see is transportation. Transportation, it helps the physical movement. Okay, transportation means it helps the physical movement to the customer's place. This is done through a various mode such as railways, roadways, airways, seaways, etc. respectively. Okay, according to the customer needs, customer place, customer wants. Okay, this all are the functions of the logistics. Ordering, order processing, inventory planning, warehousing, transportation. Now we are going to see the source of competitive advantages. The competitive advantages is the ability of an organization. Okay, it is an ability of an organization which differentiates itself from the eye of the customer, which differentiate itself from the eye of the customer from its competition, operate to the lower cost, hence it provide a greater profit. It also helps the organization to achieve the commercial success, mainly depend upon the two factors, that are cost advantages and value advantages. We can see here the commercial success. The commercial success is depend upon two ways. They are cost advantages and the value advantages. What is cost advantages and what is value advantages? We will go. Okay. Cost advantages or productivity advantages. Cost advantages or productivity advantages. In this, we can characterize by a low cost of production. In cost advantages, we can see that the characterized by the low cost of production due to the greater sales volume, economic of scales, enabling the fixed cost to be spread over a greater volume, and the impact of the experience curve. Okay. Next, we are going to see the value advantages. The term value advantages means the product offering differential plus or over competitive offerings based on the marketing concept. It is based on the marketing concept. What the customer don't buy the product, which product they buy, what they benefits, what are the intangible goods, all this specify the product features. Okay, it can also be image or reputation, some functional aspects. It also adding a value to the differentiate to extremely powerful means of achieving the competitive edge in the market. Okay, this is the commercial success. The commercial success is divided into two. Their cost advantages and the value advantages. The cost advantages we can also known as a productive advantages. Okay. Now we are going through the value chain activity. The value chain activity is classified into two. They are primary activities and secondary activities. Okay, they are primary activities and secondary activities. In primary activities, we can say the inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing and sales, service, all comes under the primary activities. Okay, And the secondary activity, it comes upon it depends upon the infrastructure, the human resources management, what are the technology development we need, what are the procurements, all this comes under the secondary activities. And the primary activity represents functioning area, okay, functioning of area like arranging the inputs for the transforming them into the output. Input for transforming them into a output, managing the distribution, marketing, sales, and service. Same way, in the secondary activity, we can say it is an integration of all the function across the entire organization. It differentiates the organization by performing these activities more effectively or an unique manner than their competitors. Okay. Next, we are going to see the factors affecting. What are the factors affecting? Okay. The factors that affecting is product advantages, productivity advantage. The next is value advantage. The productivity advantage means the capacity utilization, assets utilization, we can also say. We can also say the inventory reduction, the integration with the suppliers. All this comes under into the capacity, that is productivity advantage. The next is value advantage. The value advantage, it customizes the service, reliability, responsiveness, all this comes under the value advantage. What gives a value to our product, okay, that all comes under the value advantage. Okay, now we are going to see the integrated logistics. The integrated logistics means a process of anticipating the customer needs and the wants. It process the anticipating customers needs and the wants. What are the customer needs and the wants is a integrated logistics. It also acquires the capital, material, people, technology, information necessary to meet those needs and wants. What are the capital, materials? All these are the needs and the wants we need. Okay. In this, we can also say that the optimizing the goods or service. Okay, the optimizing the goods or service which are producing a network to fulfill the customer's request. Utilizing the network to fulfill the customer request in a timely way. Integrated or logistic management. Integrated or logistic management depends. What it depends upon the cross-functional teamwork of inside the company. Cross-functional teamwork inside the company. It also integrated the logistic management. Building a channel partnership. It also comes under the integrated logistics. The third party, which help us to make the logistic management easy in a way which the customer's needs and the wants are satisfied. That is third party logistics. Now we are going to see what are the objectives of integrated logistics. The objectives of the integrated logistics are increasing efficiency, rapid response, few unexpected events, minimum inventories, reduce transportation and logistic costs, quality improvement, increased efficiency. In increased efficiency, it has a both inbound and outbound logistics, and also the transportation should always have the top priority for every logistic of organization. Okay, it developed the cost effective transportation rates. At the same time, it also reducing the overhead cost per order, producing, processing, and the inventories. Okay, it also work closely with the transportation providers, warehousing operation like process, layout, flow can be improved significantly. To increase the efficiency, consider having the vendor perform value added service like packaging or a quality inspections. Okay. Next, we are going to see that is rapid response. Rapid response. A similar, it is an efficiency, customer satisfaction. It is play a crucial role in the overall success of the logistic company. To satisfy the customer service. Okay, for goal promptly, consider a rapid response approach. Then it also means to eliminate the excessive inventories that are usually stockpiled in anticipation of the customer requirement. Okay, next is view unexpected events. In this, we can say a very aspects of the logistic operations. Disruptions of during a manufacturing a goods, arriving damage to the final destination, delay the customer's order, receipts, or sometimes wrong delivery can also result in a wasted of time and the resource. The next is a minimum inventory. Minimum inventory. It's while on the top of minimum and unexpected events, inventory management is a critical. In the end of the timing, to keep these events at a minimum will always involve the assets, commitment, and the relative turn of velocity. This turn of velocity translates to the rate of inventory usage over the given period of a time. The inventory availability and a high turnover rates indicates that your stock are used effectively. Okay, and it also shows the concept of zero inventory has been gaining some traction in the recent years of managers to seek the reduced inventory deployment. This type of approach will always have some of the definite benefits. And the second last is a reduced transportation cost. The one of the major cost of associate logistic transportation. Okay, it is one of the major logistic transportation. The next is a quality improve. This goal need to taken seriously for the long-term quality improvement, increasing the sales and by boosting the customer satisfaction to show the total quality management. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.